And then you get to Youtech, and one of the stories that I thought were interesting is how you closed the first $1 million deal in company's history. So I was wondering how that came about, and if you could give me some of the keys of success that you had there, because Youtech's a marketing agency, or was? So as someone running a content marketing agency myself, what were the keys of success for you to grow there?
Yeah. So the $1 million deal, you will be shocked to know, came originally through LinkedIn.
Crazy.
So Youtech's based in Naperville, which is a suburb of Chicago. And we were opening up a second office in Scottsdale, Arizona. And we were actively looking to build business and network in Scottsdale. And there's a lot of former Chicagoans that moved to Scottsdale because it's a little bit better business climate, that sort of thing. It's definitely a better weather climate. And I've always been interested in sports, obviously, and I was reaching out to folks that were in the sports industry in Scottsdale that had some sort of tie back to Chicago. And it turned out there was one guy who was the editor for a sports publication that was based in Scottsdale, but had really, really deep ties to Chicago. Like all of the ownership group was from Chicago and that sort of thing. So the first message that I sent, I connected with the guy, the editor, and then I also connected with his director of marketing, and just said, hey, we're a Chicago marketing agency, and much like you, we think Scottsdale is about to blow up in a good way, and I just want to be a resource for you. These are some of the other publishers that we work with, and who knows where this thing could go, whatever. So we were flying back and forth from Scottsdale to Chicago quite a bit, a couple times a month to get these meetings scheduled and booked. So we had like our first meeting and then our second meeting. Then they ended up coming back to Chicago, and we had a couple conversations, and then it turned out they got acquired by a larger investment group. And then from that, we built them a mobile app.
Gotcha.
And that was, the first $1 million deal. So
it's interesting to me, and one of the things that you and I have talked both on calls and online are the importance of creating content and to giving out value. And yesterday I read by an expert in content marketing on LinkedIn as well, and he said this, let me quote him: even the ABM cadences are super transactional. The only marketing intent is to convert to a meeting, not to actually provide value. And I thought it was interesting. I wanted to hear your thoughts on that.
I agree. And I think, so I don't think this whole pandemic changed anything other than it exposed that people were doing really bad sales and marketing practices for a long time, and they were able to get away with it. Now, like, good luck. If you're sending like the same, hey, this is what we do, can we schedule a 20-minute demo? Like,
you're over. You're done.
That ain't it. So I really like how Josh Braun frames it. So what Josh always says is like, make deposits, not withdrawals. And what is a deposit? A deposit could be publishing your best content for free. A deposit could be something like that's super relevant and super tactical that somebody can sink their teeth into. And that's what we're doing now too, in this kind of like brave new world. All the playbooks that we are running currently for clients, we're publishing them. Like, it's name redacted, so we kind of protect our clients in that regard. But we're showing people exactly which messages are working, what channels they're working on, like what the actual response rates are, and like actually screenshotting responses from people, in the cadence. And to me, that's the only way you can do it, right? People don't care about anything else that you have to say. They want to know that it works, and they want to know that you're legit, and they want to know that within a certain range of reasonability that your stuff. So I definitely agree with that quote. And we can go a lot of different paths down like the ABM side of it, but most ABM is still just sales that they think is personalized. But even like the personalization of it, like what I've been seeing quite a bit in like personalized account-based marketing is hey, first name.
Right.
You know, like that's not personalization. That's not account based. That's not anything. That's just like, if you're putting merge tags in, good for you. Yeah, awesome. MailChimp
Yeah.
solved that 12
Good,
years ago.
good job, bro.
And
Yeah.
yeah, right. So yeah, long and the short, I definitely agree with that quote.